Picture this. It's been a really, really long day, and you feel it right in your soul that tonight I'm getting some good sleep. Like the moment my head hits that pillow, boom, I'm out, sayonara, ticket for one, let's go, dreamland, done deal. But as the clock starts to inch its way towards 10 p.m., you notice, Netflix is calling. And then, what's this? Hark, a notification on Instagram? I must now continuously scroll for hours on end. And then, what is this? Ah, a random thought that I haven't thought about since 7th grade. I must go into this. Next thing you know, you take a look at the clock and you say, oh man, not again. But it's till it is time. And it keeps repeating again and again and again. And your sleep quality continues to decrease over time. If only there was something that you could do though. If only there was something like a nighttime routine to help you get to sleep. You've heard about morning routines and maybe have one of your own that really helps you set the tone. But what about a nighttime routine to help set you up for a great night's sleep? I'm Mallory Marie, and if this seems like your kind of content, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel where we talk about all things wellness. As for today, we're gonna go over some ideas on how we can level up our nighttime routines. So they're a little less Netflix and chill and a little more nourish and fulfill. Let's go. No matter what time you like to go to bed at, one of the best things that we can do for our bodies to really switch our minds and our bodies into getting ready for sleep mode is a nice warm shower. And we gotta think about everything that a warm shower does for our bodies. Once you get into that shower and the hot water hits your body, it acts as an aid to relieve tension that has been built up throughout the entire day. No matter if it's working from home and sitting at a desk all day, or maybe you did an intense workout, the body holds on to stress that it accumulates throughout the day. So a nice hot shower will help to relieve muscle cramps and release the tension that's been building up all day. On top of that, the heat from the steam can help relieve any type of pressure in your cold and nasal cavities, any type of congestion that have been happening. If you're about to get a cold or you have allergies, all of the heat can clear out all of those blockages that are happening in our nasal cavities. And one of my favorite benefits to a hot shower is how it's telling your body that it's ready for sleep. As we fall asleep, our body's temperature naturally will drop. But as we go into a hot shower, the hot shower has similar effects and helps drop our body temperature as well. Because it does this, the hot water is naturally triggering your body's natural sleep cycles and telling it, hey, it's time for bed. Now, this one might not be for everybody, but if you know me, you know that I am obsessed with skincare. I love it. It's more of a ritual than anything. And so once I get out of that hot shower, I spend some time to cleanse my face, moisturize the face, and look a little crazy sometimes. So the first tip was all about cleansing our bodies, cleansing our faces, and really just prepping the body for nighttime. Now, the skincare routine might not have been your cup of tea, but that brings me to my next point, a cup of tea. Let's talk about what we're drinking right before bed and how is it helping or hurting our sleep. There's nothing cozier than a cup of warm tea right before bed. Me personally, I go back and forth between a sleepy time tea or one of my new favorites is a Four Sigmatic hot chocolate. Wait, what? Yes. So one of my favorite brands, Four Sigmatic, you guys know them. I love their mushroom coffee. I love their mushroom elixirs for my daytime routine. But for their nighttime routine, they have actually created a quote unquote hot chocolate that uses the power of reishi mushrooms to calm the nervous system. And according to Four Sigmatic, reishi is actually known as the queen of mushrooms and was once reserved for royalty only. It has occasional stress supporting qualities perfect for bedtime prep, making this hot chocolate to just lull you into dreamland. We've showered our bodies, we're sipping on our beverage, and now what next? What next can we do for our nighttime routine? Oh yeah, Netflix. Oh yeah, Instagram scrolling. Oh wait, but there's this little thing that our devices like to emit onto our faces when we're staring at them, and it's called blue light. Blue light is an artificial light that's emitted by our devices, such as our tablets, our laptops, our smartphones. And what this light does is it actually suppresses the release of the sleep-inducing hormone called melatonin. And with melatonin being suppressed, this makes it even more difficult to fall asleep. And on top of suppressing melatonin, the blue light can actually increase your alertness at bedtime. This over time can add up to significant chronic deficiency in sleep. Okay, so we're ditching the screens, we're ditching the TV, the iPads, the laptops, the cell phones. But then what do we do? How do we fill that void? What do we do with our hands? Cue up journaling. And I'm not talking about the Britney Spears song, Dear Diary, today I saw a boy. No, unless that's therapeutic for you. So if journaling about your entire day's event works for you, all the power to you. But I wanted to introduce a new way of journaling, something I like to call awareness journaling. Our minds are racing all day long. We're having thought after thought after thought, after problem, after this, after that. We're trying to figure out so many different solutions for so many different things. And then it comes down to the nighttime, and we need just to turn that brain off and tell it to stop because you're exhausted. So there's no good answers that are going to come at that time. And that's what awareness journaling is all about. Instead of getting overwhelmed by all of the different things that you have to do, or all of the different problems that you have yet to solve, or all of the different thoughts that are still going on in your head, this is a time to just vomit. I call it thought vomit. So anything that's going up in here, any questions that you have, what are you thinking about? What's on your mind? What's racing? That's what you write down on this paper. So you're showered, you're sipping on your tea, you've put the electronics at bay, and you're just writing out everything, almost as if you are pouring all of those thoughts that are keeping you up. You're just pouring them out on the page, and you're just writing everything down. This is especially useful for those situations that you have yet to come up with the perfect solution to. So instead of trying to squeeze out some type of answer or force out an answer right before bed, just write out the problem, write out your concerns, write out what you're trying to solve for, leave it in the journal, and sleep on it, and see what happens in the morning. And for my type A individuals, this is also a great time. Let's say after you're done with the awareness journaling and putting all of your thoughts on paper, actually write out what your intentions are for the next day. Write out your schedule, write out what you would like to accomplish. I find that when planning your next day on the eve before, it allows you to sleep a little bit easier, knowing that when you wake up, you don't have to rush to try to remember, okay, now what do I have to do today? Because you have it somewhere. It's written out. You're still waking up. Let your body wake up on its own time. You have already your intentions for the day. So we've gone over ways to address a busy mind, but what about a busy body? What if your body is just aching and it needs to move and there's just a lot of built up energy and tension in it? Let me introduce you to that which is bedtime yoga. This is not your normal yoga routine, and this is suitable for all ages at all fitness levels. You can find free bedtime yoga classes online at many different platforms. My personal favorite is YouTube. I'll link 2 of my favorite classes below, and this is not your normal yoga class. The first one is 45 minutes. It's a little bit of movement, more stretching, but definitely like holding these deep stretches, and it focuses on the yoga moves to actually promote better sleep. The second one that I'll put down there is yin yoga. And for this routine, the instructor actually recommends that you do this in your bed. So in your PJs, comfy clothes, get inside your bed, underneath your covers, and do the yoga. It's nighttime movement to promote better sleep. And I have to admit something. When I tried the yin yoga for the first time, I of course did it in my bed because that just sounds amazing. And it worked. How well? Well, I fell asleep halfway through it. So great sleep. Okay. Safe. That was the chair, I swear. Not me. I digress. All right. Shower has been had. Tea is being drank. Face has been moisturized. Journal has been written. I did a lot tonight, which normally it's not all the things, but for the sake of this episode, I really wanted to get into the groove of the nighttime routine. And I gotta say, I am relaxed. I'm like exhausted. I'm just gonna close my eyes and talk to you, okay? Oh, that feels much better. So yeah, this is Mallory Marie. Nighttime routines. I'm gonna go get some bedtime yoga on. Just kidding. I'm probably gonna fall right asleep. Cheers to many lovely sleeps. I'll see you next week.